Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next session in the Prosperity Workshop. The more people that come to work over here, the more power we'll have. So if you are just watching the videos and you can come, please do. And if you'd like to have a different hour or something like that, let me know and we can see what we can work out. Because as I said, the more people work together, the more powerful the work is. So, do you have anything you want to work on, Mary? Money-wise?
Well.
Yeah.
Gosh. I don't know if I have anything specific.
All right, well, let's start like this, okay? Everyone who's watching, and you and me, think about the amount of money that you want coming in per year or per month. Let's say per month, okay? And as compared to that, think about what is actually coming in per month. And then create your dial. And on that dial, one side of the dial is the amount that you're actually making per month or bringing in per month. The other side of the dial is the amount that you want to be bringing in per month, okay? And remember that our ultimate goal over here is to become financially free. Financially free means that you only have to work if you want to work. But if you didn't want to work, you could just sit all day with your feet up in the air. Now, most people, I think, do not really want to sit up all day with their feet up in the air because it would get boring. It's nice to do it for a day, nice to do it for 2 days, maybe nice to do it for a week or 2 weeks, or maybe even for a month, but eventually you get bored of it. So when I say that you'd only work when you want to work, what it really means is that you're doing what you're passionate about doing, what you really want to be doing in your life, because you no longer have the worries of money, meaning that you no longer have to worry that you won't be able to pay the bills. So you just have to do anything that comes your way because you want to be able to pay the bills. Now, the second element of that, if you recall from our way in the beginning of our sessions over here, is that one of the biggest ways to become financially free is to simply lower your cost of living, which doesn't mean you have to go living in poverty. What it does mean is decide what things are not necessary really in your life, what things are extras that are real luxuries, and you can bring those in afterwards once you are financially free, and then you're bringing in more extra money through your passions. But to begin with, get yourself to the point where you are financially free. And lowering your cost of living is one of the easiest ways of getting you there, aside from many other techniques, which we discussed then as well. So look at your dial, once again, where the beginning of the dial is what you're earning right now, and you don't have to share that with anybody. And the end of the dial is what you want to be earning. And then notice that your dial is at the beginning. Reach out and touch it. Point where you feel it inside as you touch it. And start turning it up, noticing the shifts and changes that occur inside as you turn it up. Now, let me give a little tip over here. Different people work with the dial differently. The way that I do the dial is I first work to get it all the way up to the top. After I manage to get it all the way up to the top, I then turn it back down, back and forth and back and forth. And what ends up happening is that if, let's say, it starts at a 0 and I get it up to the 10, and then at the 10, I go back down and it goes to a 0. I go back to the 10, back to the 0, back to the 10. Eventually, I won't be able to get to the 0 anymore. It'll only go to the 1, and then the 10, the 1, the 10, the 1, the 10. And then I won't be able to get back to the 1 anymore. It'll go to 210, 210, 210. I won't be able to get back to the 2 anymore. This is just the way that I usually do it. Any way that works for you is fine. I'm just giving you a sample. You can also, just work at, how do you say, going each one between the 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, until you can't get back to the 0 anymore. Then from 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, till you can't get back to the 1 anymore. I said, any way that works for you is fine. I was just giving you an example of the way that I do it. So let's everyone do that right now. Noticing where you feel it inside and pointing it. That's a somatic bridge. That's really important. And then turning the dial up. Continue to turn it back and forth, up and down, any way that works for you, until you can't turn it back down anymore. It's stuck on the up. Now I'll give one other little clue or hint, and that's that sometimes it goes really, really easy, too easy, and you can't get it to stop. Then you might want to take out a little screwdriver and tighten the screw just a tiny tad. On the other hand, if it's too tight and you can't move it and you're struggling and you can't move it, take out your little screwdriver and loosen it just a little tad. And then generally, when you tighten or loosen it, depending on which one you need to do, it'll start moving. Okay? There's two of you now, Mary. Look at that. We've doubled you. Okay. So go ahead and work with your dial till you get up to the top. Okay, if you get stuck anywhere along the way, we might add in some more techniques, so just let me know. Okay? I'll just also give you a few more little tips, ways that you know that things are happening, and these don't have to happen for things to actually occur as you're doing this, but many people do feel these things. Oh, there you are. I see you now. Is you might feel that you're yawning a lot. You might feel your eyes tearing. You might feel, some people actually feel a lot of nausea, like they're about to throw up. They're like literally giving something up. And then by the time it gets to the end, the nausea is done with. Some people feel shifts of energy inside of them. Any of those things that you feel, or any other things you feel, are fine. And even if you don't feel anything, it's also fine. I'm just telling you this in advance just to make sure that nobody thinks, uh-oh, I'm feeling really nauseous. This must not be working for me. It is working for you. Don't worry. And by the time you finish, the nausea will be gone. Doesn't mean you will get the nausea. Could be that you'll just feel an energy shift. Could be that you'll just yawn. Could be you'll just start, giggling, or your eyes will start tearing. Any of those things are totally normal. Okay, let's continue with the work. And as I said, let me know if you get stuck anywhere along the way. Okay, I'm there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have it there. Let's just do a quick tap to release any blocks we haven't yet gotten that are standing in the way of reaching our final goal. Okay, so think about your final goal. Think about where you feel it, feel any resistance, and start tapping. I release and eliminate any blocks
Release, eliminate any blocks
that are standing in the way
that are standing in the way
of me achieving my financial goals.
my financial goals.
I release and eliminate and let go
I release and eliminate and let go
of any programs
of any programs
that may be holding me back
that may be holding me back
from achieving my goal,
from achieving my goals,
my financial goals.
my financial goals.
I release and let go
I release and let go
of any references,
of any references,
any memories,
any memories,
of any emotional charges
any emotional charges
that are holding me back
that are holding me back
from allowing me
and allowing me
to realize my financial goals,
my financial goals,
whether they be from past lives,
whether they be from past lives,
present lives,
future
future lives,
lives,
or parallel lives.
or parallel lives.
I thank them for all their hard work,
I thank them for all their hard work
trying to keep me safe
and to keep me safe,
the only way that they knew how.
the only way they knew how.
But I have better tools now,
I have better tools now.
and I'm using them to keep us all safe.
I'm using them to keep us all safe.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
I'm safe to allow in the money.
To allow in the money.
I'm safe to allow in financial freedom.
I'm safe to allow in financial freedom.
I'm safe to allow in the security.
I'm safe to allow in the security.
I'm safe to allow in the clarity.
I'm safe to allow in the clarity.
I'm safe to allow in all the fun.
I'm safe to allow in all the fun.
I'm safe to allow my money tree to grow
I'm safe to allow my money tree to grow
bigger and bigger
bigger and bigger
and faster and faster.
and faster and faster.
The more money I pick off the tree,
The more money I pick off the tree,
the more money grows on it.
the more money grows on it.
I let everything else go.
I let everything else go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. Anything come up for you?
I guess kind of scared to be financially independent, like it's
Okay.
scary.
Feel what the fear is. Notice there's a color attached to it. What's the color?
Brown.
Pull it out. Pull it all out. Every last drop. Don't need to stay behind. Okay, got it all?
Mm-hmm.
Check inside to make sure. Some of that stuff likes to hide. Okay, notice what color it is now. What's the color?
So brown.
Notice it has a spin to it. Which way is it spinning? Okay, take it by the two sides, make it be the opposite of what it was in every possible way, spinning it faster and faster, and doubling the speed, doubling the amplitude, doubling the magnitude, doubling the frequency. Keep doubling it over and over again. So you know it can never go back to its forth, get bigger and better ways now. So you know you got it for all the right reasons until it takes life force of its own. When you got it for all the right reasons, slam it right back in, shocking your system as you do. Any sensations, anything that might be feeling are your body's way of letting go of the old, allowing you. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to change it. Just let your body process through. And when you got it for all the right reasons, try to bring it back. See what happens instead. Can you bring it back? What does it feel like now?
It feels like a river, like it's flowing better.
Good. And just imagine yourself in that river. And in the river, there's lots of money. And all you have to do is reach out from your boat, put your hand into the water, and pull out money. Simple as that. It's all there for you. Can you see that? Feel that? Hear that? Smell that? Taste that. Make it bigger, make it brighter, make it stronger, make it as big as an IMAX movie. Wrap it around you. Feel the feelings subdued inside of you. Go and filling up every single space, every single nook, every single cranny, down to the level of the DNA. Expressing it so it can be expressed automatically, naturally, and effortlessly whenever you need it without having to think about it. How does that feel now?
That's good.
Okay, I'm going to share with you a little technique that I actually learned this week, which I think you, as a fellow religious person, will actually really appreciate. Okay, what you do is, before you eat and before you drink, just like you say prayer, and this is a type of a prayer, you impregnate the drink and the food with your finished, accomplished desire, what you want. And, same way that you would say the blessings before the food, you just kind of like, you can even put your hands on it or just think it as you're thinking out that impregnation, impregnating it with it. And then as you drink it and as you eat it, you kind of think to yourself and feel it as if you are ingesting that accomplished desire that you want, and that's going to every single cell in your body, down to level of the DNA, to be expressed automatically, naturally, and effortlessly. And I will tell you something else, and this is after having been doing it for already a few days now. It totally changes my eating and drinking experience when I remember to do it. It makes me much, much more mindful, number one. And my personal opinion, for anybody out there who's also trying to lose weight, is that when you do this process, you're no longer gaining weight from that food that you're eating. You're chewing it slowly, focusing on the fact that as you chew it, you're letting out that desire into your mouth, and it's going into your saliva, and it's going through the blood cells, through the lining of the gums, into the blood stream. I really believe that there's a little bit of calorie leakage over there, if you want to call it that. And that the main focus of the food at this point is that accomplished desire as opposed to anything else. It also kind of means you end up eating less because you're focusing on the foods you're eating as opposed to just blind eating, just like watching television or reading a book as you're eating without even noticing what you're ingesting. And it gives a very different feeling to the food. So try that. The book that I was reading it from basically said that people who are really good at this stuff can manifest things within like a week. People who are just starting out and need to, improve themselves on it, it could take longer, like, 21 days to 3 months. Now, they claim only do one thing at a time. I kind of think that's a belief. And if I have a different belief, I might as well use my different belief. So I do breakfast, I do one desire. Lunch, I do a second desire. And dinner, I do a third desire. And what you can do is, do you remember I once did do that thing with the water with the Bankston method?
Mm-hmm.
So do the same thing. Take your bottle. Let's pretend this is a bottle. There's water in here, but it's not something I would normally drink. And then as you are impregnating the fluid that you're about to drink, which in this case would be the water, with your desire, just put your hands like this on the two sides and think about the fact. Now, we also know from Shimoda's research that as you think good thoughts to the water, you're actually changing the structure of the water. And as you drink the water, your body is 70% water or fluids. So you're basically changing the structure, the molecular structure of the fluids inside your body to be a much better structure. So just take like a minute or two and just hold that water in your hands as you're saying your prayer and as you're impregnating it. And, you can pray to God, you can, whatever you believe in. I believe in God, you believe in God. So that's what I generally do, is I just say, God, put my desire in here so that when I drink it, it's going to go through my whole body and it's going to be realized. It's not much different from regular prayer, in all honesty. It's just putting a certain mindfulness to the food, which gives you a few extra benefits, such as the mindful eating so that you're not actually gaining weight from it and you're eating less and you're noticing what you're eating. And number two is that it's creating a larger span of time when you're actually saying the affirmations about the fact that you're accomplishing whatever your desire is. Questions?
No, I'm gonna try it.
Pretty cool, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, and I urge all you guys out there who watch the video that if you have questions you want answered, if you can't make it to the videos, to the actual workshop, at least write me and tell me the questions that we can work on them together over here. Because, you know, the more questions we bring up, the more topics we'll cover and the better it'll be for everybody. So we'll go on to our declarations and then we'll end for today. So put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. My inner world creates my outer world.
My inner world creates my outer world.
And in this case, with what we just did, the outer world creates the inner world, which then creates the outer world. What I heard about money isn't necessarily true.
What I heard about money isn't necessarily true.
I choose to adopt new ways of thinking that support my happiness and success.
Choose to adopt new ways of thinking that support my happiness and success.
What I modeled around money was their way. I now choose my way.
What I modeled about money was their way. I now choose my way.
I release my non-supportive money experiences from the past.
I release my non-supportive money experiences from the past.
And create a new and rich future.
And create a new and rich future.
I observe my thoughts and entertain only those that empower me.
I observe my thoughts and entertain only those that empower me.
Going back to that last technique that I just shared with you, we're basically entertaining the ones that empower us and putting focus on it. And if you think about how often we drink and eat during the day, it's increasing that amount of time that we're giving the positive affirmations, the stronger foot forward. I create the exact level of my financial success.
I create the exact level of my financial success.
Is what we do with the dial. My goal is to become a millionaire and more.
My goal is to become a millionaire and more.
And I'll share with you an affirmation that works really well for me. If I count all the money that's come my way throughout my life, I am most certainly a millionaire. So I don't have any wobble over there when I say that. I commit to being rich.
I commit to being rich.
I think big.
I think big.
I choose to help thousands and thousands of people.
I choose to help thousands and thousands of people.
I promote my value to others with passion and enthusiasm.
I promote my value to others with passion and enthusiasm.
I am an excellent receiver.
I am an excellent receiver.
I am open and willing to receive massive amounts of money into my life.
I am open and willing to receive massive amounts of money into my life.
I choose to get paid based on my results.
I choose to get paid based on my results.
I always think both.
I always think both.
I focus on building my net worth.
I focus on building my net worth.
And becoming financially free.
And becoming financially free.
I'm an excellent money manager.
I'm an excellent money manager.
My money works hard for me.
My money works hard for me.
And makes me more and more money.
And makes me more and more money.
I'm committed to constantly learning and growing.
I'm committed to constantly learning and growing.
I have a millionaire mind.
I have a millionaire mind.
Okay, thanks for joining me. And I'll see you soon in the next workshop.